Once again, do we have Gunga? Yes, check. Okay, we can leave. Because we're actually going to be, well, we'll be seeing a lot of Fuka for the next few days. And, well, important things are about to happen. So, yeah, if you like Fuka, you're going to enjoy the next few days. First is Saturday, and no longer in great condition. Surprisingly, never got tired the whole time we were in Tartarus last time, despite spending quite a while there. Anyway, our next visit to Tartarus might actually take longer than normal. Because a special event happens at the end of this week that stops us from visiting Tartarus. But anyway, so once again we're back to this guy, and that helmet still gives me bad flashbacks. You'll find out why later. So, this is kind of going to be slightly important later. I'm kind of spoiling this, but yes, this will be on a test. So remember that the first of the two major factors leading up to it was the Ornin War. The second was the coup of Mayor. No, we will not sleep in class. Gives us an academics boost, and we're actually almost there at max academics, which is gonna, well, I would say free up our evenings, but it's honestly gonna make our evenings a lot more boring.
No one else is coming today. But they said we can't give you back your evoker.
I wasn't expecting them to. That's why they started watching me in the first place.
Oh, how's that cut doing? Probably already healed, huh? So, how come you're not drawing today?
Does it matter?
Well, not really. Hey, they're all dried up. I guess it's been pretty hot lately. It's okay. I'll take care of it. Oh, what was that?
I made them healthy again.
You can do that? That's incredible, Chidori.
It's nothing special. You have powers too, don't you?
Well, yeah, I guess, but that's about all I've got going for me. Without that, I'd be a nobody. I just talk a big game, pretending like I'm some kind of hero, but in reality, I don't know what the hell I'm fighting for, or why I'm here at all.
Why we are here?
When I was a kid, I had this crazy dream.
What kind of dream?
That one day I'd grow up to be a pro baseball player. Pretty stupid, huh? I guess that's part of being a kid.
Is that so? I don't remember much from my childhood. All I remember is being surrounded by white.
Huh?
I hate hospitals.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry.
But I don't mind that much this time, since you come to see me so often.
Chidori, I understand. I won't let you down.
I love Junpei and Chidori's relationship and their scenes together. Sadly, that's the last one of those we'll be seeing for a little while. Also, I'll just say one line there reminded me, if you play Persona Q, you will hate hospitals too. Anyone who's played that game will understand what I mean. But for now, let's put horrible, horrible trauma behind us. I hate that place. Anyway, let's talk to Fuka. So we have Gunga, that's very important, we'll spend time with her, and this is, like I hinted, going to be pretty important. Gary Stu, you are getting really bold taking all of your dates to the bookworms. Yeah, that is Chihiro's regular place, so that is not going to end well for you someday. Oh, wait a minute, you're Gary Stu, you get away with everything. I kind of like this option, we were just in one. This, whatever you say, he doesn't matter. Oh. What is it with girls at our school? In fact, not just girls. What is it with everyone at our school and making false accusations? First it was Chihiro stealing money, then it's Hidetoshi going around accusing everyone of being a smoker, and now it's people getting photographic evidence that Fuka is a thief. Seriously, we may as well call this place False Accusations School, which completely sounds like it could be a setting for an Ace Attorney game. Well, here it comes. Actually, it's kind of the other way around, but you don't realize it now. And either of these work too. And with that, we have hit rank 7 in the Priestess Arcana. And this is a very important milestone. Yes, Fuka is officially considered romance at this point, and if we see another girl, that is going to be minus 15 to the number of days before she goes reverse. So we'll have to be more careful from now on. Oh, unfortunately, Gary Stu knows full well how you feel. There's that Stu charm working again. And considering that we're seeing a lot of Fuka at the moment, I found out something that we might...
Hi, how was your day?
It is really weird that she's greeting us here. Very, very bizarre. More like, how was your day, sweetheart? Shut up, Gary Stu. Anyway, you are still saying the same thing. There is something that we can do at the dorm today. Huh, well, let's just say I guess Junpei's starting a social link of his own. And it's going very well. Well, I mean, Gary Stu lives for waifus, so yes, he has thought about that. Well, yeah, I guess so. But, yeah, he can easily fit into any kind of party, given his lack of weaknesses. Remember how I said before that Shinjiro's more in charge of this kind of thing? Well, yeah, he has taken my Beyond the Fourth Wall advice to heart. Koromaru is really happy and is not in the mood to go for a walk because of that. Let's see. Today's exchange rate. I'm still not sure if that's good or not. It looks pretty good. I'll have to check what it is now. It's actually been a while since I first checked that at the start of the playthrough, but what we're going to be doing is, I just realized, so this is actually quite late, but remember the faulty recording equipment in the operation briefing room? So yeah, there are actually 3 new recordings on it now, and I want to kind of space them out. These were unlocked a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about them. But the first one deals with Fuka, so I thought it might make sense to do that one now. You always see them in order from the last one to the most recent. So first we have Fuka's, and it's gonna feel a bit awkward to see this right after we've started romancing her, let's just say. Yeah, see, this is from way back.
I wonder if I should have gone for the one-piece suit instead. These halter-top bikinis look almost like underwear. It feels weird to have my belly button exposed. Now that I think about it, this is my first time choosing my own swimsuit. But there wasn't much of a selection with the one-piece ones. I wonder if I should ask Yukari-chan for one last opinion. Although, I don't really exercise, so I probably wouldn't look very good standing next to her.
Yakushiba said otherwise.
Oh, right! I have just the thing! The low-frequency waist slimmer pad I bought from Tanaka's show.
Oh no! This is not going to end well!
It said online it was very effective for its price, so if it helps even a little before we leave...
So were all those online reviews either by an account named Tanaka or some other obvious alias, or by various people who'd been bribed by him? I'm pretty sure they were.
Now, let's see. How do I turn this on?
Every time somebody says that phrase, a car appears somewhere in the Middle Ages.
Oh no, this... Oh, it tickles! Oh, what am I gonna do?
And that's why you never buy from Tanaka.
Why won't it come off? Oh, no!
Yamagishi, may I bother you for a second?
Oh, of course. Of course you'd have to come now. I was also just thinking that, I can imagine Tanaka would sell a separate device that turns it off for an exuberant amount of money.
Oh, it's Mitsuru-senpai. Oh, I have to answer the door. Yes, I'm coming.
Very poor choice of words there.
Oh, did I disturb you?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
It's not that important. Never mind. Just carry on.
Oh, senpai, is this what it means to train your abs?
I do admittedly like the delivery on that line.
Oh, someone help!
And nobody was manning security cameras when that was happening, so... I mean, probably a good thing that Gary Stu wasn't manning the security cameras then, but anyway, so I don't know how she got out of that one. And, yeah, very awkward considering that we've just romanced her. Like I said, there are 2 more recordings. I'll be showing those on later days. I kind of want to space them out a little bit. But, kind of weird to go into this segue after that, but That reminds me of something. There's an Australian show, it's quite an old show, called Frontline, that's a pretty hilarious satire of current affairs TV shows. It's actually really good, but it reminds me there was something on one of the episodes where they reviewed something called The Tummy Buster. And the next day, everyone comes into the office just in extreme, excruciating pain. That sounds exactly like that thing. And again, I can seriously imagine Tanaka having that thing with no off switch and then selling a separate device that turns it off. But anyway. So, yeah, we've seen that, and, yeah. So now we can go out, and, it is Saturday, so it's arcade day. It's actually almost going to be the end of arcade days now that I think about it. Okay, I just realized something. You know what? Okay, so we are not going to be able to see Tanaka next Tuesday or Saturday. So I will have to put off maxing his link for a while if I don't do it tonight. But I think doing it now would steal Fuka's thunder. This has been a bit of a Fuka-centric episode, so I want to keep it that way. So yeah, he can wait. For now, it's going to be Game Panic time. The reason why I could afford to potentially skip Game Panic tonight is that we're actually going to max academics very soon. But yeah, also Gary Stu is a gigantic pervert for reviewing that particular recording just after, yeah. And ironically, yeah, this happens. So definitely not saying yes to that, because that would immediately reverse Fuka. That would be a really bad way to start that relationship. So let's just study. Because yes, tomorrow we are seeing Fuka for a Sunday date, and this time it's actually a proper date. So, good thing I reset earlier, so that I could get that date and accept that phone call. Well, look what it is. Now, it's not a week before the full moon, so I predict that this is gonna be a death ranking quiz.
It's been a while.
Actually, not really a while. You show up so frequently, it's easy to just... It's pretty much normal at this point.
3 seasons have passed since we met.
Yes, so much so that there's a song called Changing Seasons that now plays in the game.
Time goes by so quickly, and many things change.
But does it deliver us all to the same end?
Yet some things will always remain the same. Don't you agree?
Yeah, things do remain the same. Like the fact that you're still creepy.
Yes. If you say so, then it must be.
Gotta love it when game characters unintentionally agree with my commentary.
Talking with you has stirred up certain memories.
Huh.
That tower, for instance.
Okay, I'm listening.
I've been thinking about it lately. I wonder, will our relationship stay the same?
And immediately segues into their relationship, rather than actually telling us stuff that's important.
Or will it evolve?
Huh. Well, I guess all relationships evolve in this game, so probably will.
No matter what the future holds, you and I will be friends.
And that thought...
That is for certain.
I was about to say that thought terrifies me, then I realized it's Gary Stu, he kinda deserves it. And yes, this is a death rank up. This arcana has now reached, and it's hard to predict because it tends to skip ranks. It's reached level 6. And now, creepiness over for one night. Thinking, I wonder if I was about to say, I wonder if Gary Stu still does well on dates even after he's had mysterious, creepy people visit him in his dreams, and then I realized, oh wait, he's Gary Stu, of course he does. It's now a half moon. So, it's going to be a little while before it's a new moon. And that would be pretty terrifying, because of those mushas. But yes, it is book on. There really are places in Japan that have names like that. And that's totally not a play on something. But in this case, it was a manga. Again, reading manga, going to Bookworms Use Books. Gary Stu is cheating on Chihiro in so many different ways. He is such a jerk. And this is kind of weird. Yeah, the best thing to answer here is, yeah, I'm not too bad. And it goes even weirder. Yes. A great date. Getting your boyfriend to teach you how to use knives. How to be better with a knife. Yeah. Let's not think too far into that. So, we do have a gift for her. We don't need it just yet because our relationship will become stronger soon. I can see Gemu in one of the posters, but that's all. Ranchisetto. 800 yen. Okay, so I guess they also do food. As well as books. That's interesting. Oh yeah, didn't they say there was a manga cafe or something? Might be.
Welcome back.
So, yes, let's spend tonight teaching Fuka how to use knives. That's totally not terrifying at all. Yeah. At this point, you can kind of figure out stuff, but I don't want to say much more. So, fun fact, Shinjiro's surname is written with kanji that the first one means rough or rude, and the second means wall. Think about that for a minute and you might realize something. So that's actually kind of funny for certain reasons that you probably won't know yet, but we'll see. On the next episode of Phoenix Ranger, Feather Man R, Episode 30, 3 Demons Awaken! Stop kidnapping my lover! Suddenly it has turned into Super Mario Brothers. But, I'm just thinking, so tonight there's not much we can do. We do have more recordings. So, haven't saved it a little while. We might actually go and show one more recording tonight. Unfortunately, there's a certain one that's actually kind of fitting with what everyone's saying here, but that'll be the third and last one we do. For now, there's another one that we've missed, and it'll also feel quite dated. You know, I just decided the timing might be better if we did a recording tomorrow night, and then the third one on Tuesday, because that would fit a bit more with what we end up doing on Tuesday. So yeah, let's just go to Polonium Mall. And I keep forgetting that you can see Tower on Sunday, so let's go and see Tower. And this is going to be a rare occurrence because... Actually, wait a minute, I just realized something. So... I just thought... Yeah, no, should I discuss that tomorrow? You know what? Actually, I may as well discuss this tonight. So, we actually have a Tower persona on us for the first time. But this Tower persona is no ordinary Tower persona. This Tower persona is a special fusion Tower persona. And I mean that in the weapon fusion sense. So, something kind of unique. So if I use Nile gloves, so I've got all these like root knuckles, root cesses, wait a minute, that's different. Nile gun. So, these, like I said, these unique weapon fusions, it's probably fine to retire this one. These unique weapon fusions, they can work with any Nile weapon. They don't have to correspond with the type that it makes. So here we have the Gaybold, which is a spear. We don't need a Nile spear for this, it can be anything. But we do need a very specific persona. This is our first instance of a unique weapon fusion. Generally, any persona that's based off of a mythological figure who has a famous legendary weapon is going to be a unique weapon fusion. So in this case, Kukulin gives us I cannot take this name seriously anymore thanks to the ridiculous pronunciation of this in a certain dub of Fate Stay Night. But anyway, so, this thing is ridiculous for this point in the game. 260 power! It also strengthens wind attacks, however there's a catch that the game doesn't tell you. The spear itself does wind element damage instead of pierce. This can be a good or a bad thing. Basically, it means that if you run into any enemies that are immune to wind, your basic physical attacks cannot hurt them at all. But on the other hand, if you run into something that's immune to pierce, you can actually hurt them. So it's a bit of a trade-off, though things that are immune to physical attacks are kind of rarer than things that are immune to elements, so I find these elemental weapons do work against you more often than not. But for this point in the game, this is a ridiculous amount of power. And I almost don't want to make this, because it might make battles too easy. Of course, if I'm having trouble against a certain boss that comes up, they'll have to look up if it resists wind or not, because otherwise, yeah, no point in doing that. But yeah, either Ken or the protagonist can use that, and completely rip the game to shreds at this point, because that is an absurd amount of power. For now, though, if we did that, we'd be losing our matching social link bonus, and I may as well get a matching persona bonus at least once with Tao this playthrough. It's not necessary, but at least, you know, I showed it, so yeah, I've actually got a Tao persona this time. And we're just getting to spend time, but your relationship could become stronger soon. Don't know if I actually needed the Tao persona to do that or not, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. So anyway, we are going to go and study again. So yeah, I'll be pointing out other special weapon fusions when we can do them. As you can probably guess, the ultimate weapons in the game are all made through special fusions like that. But we're not near enough level to get those personas that fuse those. But still, I mean, level 40 persona giving a 260 power weapon is pretty absurd. But everyone's still talking about the Culture Festival. Ha! Oh, wait. Culture Festival, Haunted House. No, get those horrible Persona Q flashbacks away from me. Well, why are you worried about the Culture Festival, then? Sounds an awful like that should be a concern. But yeah, that Evil Spirit Club can go die. I love that game, don't get me wrong, but I think the Evil Spirit Club is one of the worst dungeons in the history of RPGs and needs to die in a horrible burning fire. I'm so sorry if this sounds weird, but speaking of horrible burning fire... So, welcome to yet another thing in this game that is incredibly harsher in hindsight, given the Fukushima disaster. Very, very hard to sit through this these days. So we have a question here. Which one of these is not one of Japan's prohibitions on nuclear weapons? So, this is a funny thing, I didn't look up the answer to this, but I kind of figured it out through common sense. This one is definitely the odd one out here. It doesn't really make sense for a country to have the authority over other countries producing things, so this is the right answer here. So, possession, production, and emission of nuclear weapons. And please stop giving this lecture, it is just not good with real-life events that have happened since the release of this game. But, oh well. Let's take our minds off of that with Gary Stu waifu action! Speaking of waifus, look who's coming along now. Something important, okay then. Well, we're actually going to be doing this link today. Remember how I said I wanted this to be a Fuka-centric episode? Yeah. Anyone else coming? Oh, hey, it's Kaz. This is actually kind of nice because now that this social link is going a lot better, Kaz is much happier here. Kaz is, it seems like he's really getting over his issues, and he's learned to enjoy himself a lot more and not completely destroy his own knee. That's an indication that we're almost at the end of his link. That's one of our earliest ones too. Anyway, what do you have to say today, Igus? As a certain someone else would say, I do not comprehend. And hey, Junpei. Well, that, you know, Gary Stu is so busy thinking about girls that he forgets about things all the time. Not to belittle the Junpei and Chidori relationship. It is amazing, I love it, and it is one of the absolute highlights of this whole game to me. Remember how I said a long time ago that Junpei is one of my favorite RPG characters of all time, if not my absolute favorite? This subplot is the main reason. And I think there are a couple of people who are saying some new things, so I want to go over and talk to this girl here. Yeah. So, Ikutsuki, your idea to have her go to school. Everyone is much smarter than you thought they were. But there is a reason I'm going... Oh, he's not here. There's a guy who says something else about Igus. He is not here today for some reason. But let's ignore that for now, and let us go and do another social link with Fuka. And yes, once again, matching persona, very, very important here. Very important. Actually, forget what the next Priestess one after Gunga is, because I might actually have to fuse away Gunga at some point. We're approaching the 40s. And blushing already. Not in the portrait, though. Well, this is kind of interesting. Anything you say here is fine. But, this is the closest. I mean, he's always so positive because he's perfect in every way. And, yeah, it is happening. It is officially happening. Gary Stu is scoring a second waifu. So yes, this is now rank 8. So very important that you have a matching persona now. Because we're doing a lot of work on this link over this period. Reached a new level, if you know what I mean. And I'm pretty sure this option wouldn't go over well. If this was Persona 4 and she wasn't outright saying I want to be with you, this would probably be the option to go platonic with this link, but this is Persona 3, the game where you have to be a jerk and date everyone at the same time in order to max out everything, so we have to say this. Not to ruin the moment here, I'm sure that this is a perfectly good moment if you're just considering this social link in isolation, but the fact is that we're cheating on Chihiro, and we're gonna be cheating on her too. Exactly 20 days to the next full moon.
Greetings.
And soon, not soon, well, later, we'll be cheating on you too. Oh, wow. Well, that was weird. That was totally out of context. I have no idea what that was. I don't know what that could be, actually. It was a locker room, so it was some kind of sport, but that's all I've got. And you're not saying anything different. I think you have something new to say today, though. Yes, you're probably the only person who wants to be hit by a typhoon just to get the day off of school. Closest thing I've ever got to anything like that. I mean, you know, I would never want something like that to actually happen here, but I did once get the day off of school because of sandstorms. It was extremely bizarre. We had this huge sandstorm in the middle of the city. I don't know how it happened. It's the first time it ever did, and it was weird. I suspect someone released a bunch of Tyrannosaurs. That is... It's really the only way that makes sense. 3 remain. Well, I guess it is. And I suppose we are getting close to the end, maybe. Ah, Shinjiro's here now. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So... Oh yeah, that's what. I promised to go and show another one of those clips today. So, let's head up to the 4th floor. And this one is also pretty hilarious, so I hope you enjoy this one. It's also very, very, very late. I should have checked this place a lot earlier. So this actually isn't a new recording, it's actually quite an old one, but let's go. There's one more recording after this one. But for now, let's go ahead and view this.
Damn it. I'm still not over that business in Yakushima.
So yeah, like I said, this is quite an old one.
Is my way with girls really no better than Junpei's? How could they treat me the same as his lame pickup lines?
It's also kind of ironic this is happening when Junpei's getting a lot more successful with girls now. Or at least one of them.
Are you able to make others laugh with a well-timed joke? Well, I can't think of many examples, but I can do that much at least. Careful. Making others laugh and being laughed at are 2 entirely different things.
And I'm doing the latter.
When people speak to you, do you try to respond with pure logic and reason? This is a common mistake with inarticulate men. Try to consider what the other party is feeling.
So Akihiko is reading up on charm boosting materials, I see.
I gotta admit, they've got a point. Try testing yourself by speaking as if you're asking a female friend or coworker to your favorite store.
Oh, this is going to be good.
The 2 most important things are to smile and have a good sense of humor. Huh. Hey there. What great timing to see you here. Good one. I'm going to the beef bowl place. Wanna come with?
The beef bowl place, wow.
Humor. You know, the beef bowl place. Oh, hey, maybe we could meet up there. What am I, the chairman? That's it, screw this.
Well, good thing he has a punching bag in his room. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. I like that one. The beef bowl place. Anyway. Awkwardness is hilarious sometimes. So, there is one more recording after that. We'll get to that tomorrow because I don't want to just do them all in one go. And for now, it has been a lot of Fuka, so tomorrow we will be doing some other links. In fact, I believe tomorrow something that could be described as a Wham episode will be happening to one of the social links. So, I will see you then for that.